Now, now that the mic is unmuted, let's start over again. This Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer, says, I am a talk show host, a speaker, a life and success strategist, and an author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. And like I was saying, tonight has been a night. I'm telling you, I was having so many technical difficulties tonight on my live at 8 o'clock, but I was able to get everything corrected thanks to my friend, Mr. Politiski. You know who I'm talking about, Michael Politoski. I always misspell his name, or mispronounce his name. But on to the show. My famous disclaimer, if anything should go wrong, and as we can see, it has been going wrong, we're going to keep rolling right through this bad boy like nothing ever happened. That's what we tried tonight. But guess what? I went ahead and I deleted everything, and I'm starting over. Hey, Miss Thea Aldry, how you doing? Hello to all my friends. Thank y'all, my supporters. I thank you so much. Hey, my brother Eric. Hey, Michael Wilson. Hey, Tara, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining tonight. And please like and share, 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 like and share this video as many times as you can. And please be interactive and participative. I certainly appreciate that. So this week, we will continue our series on Write the Vision. And we started last week with Write the Vision, Make It Plain. So everybody's on. There's no need to wait. We're going to move on to our next series. And so last week, I sent you home with 6 questions for you to work on over the weekend. And of those 6 questions, there was one that was the most important question of all. And I ask you, do you have a plan for your vision? So we all talk about how you have to have a vision. We must have a vision. We've heard it time and time again all our lives that in order to move forward, you have to have a vision. So I'm telling you, yes, you have to have a vision, but and most importantly, you also have to have a plan for that vision. Proverbs 29:18 said, where there is no vision, the people perish. But what if I also let you know that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail? Okay? So do you understand that? So it's good to have your vision. It's good to be able to see all these wonderful things that you can do and things that you want to get done within your life. But you also have to have a plan for that vision in order to move forward. So when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Boom. There it is right there. You heard it from the doctor. So you can have every intention, good intention, every idea, every good thought, whatever it is to come to your mind. But if you don't have a photographic memory, you are not going to be able to remember everything that you said that you want to do. So my suggestion to you is to write your vision down and then make a plan for that vision. You're not going to remember everything verbatim if you don't write it down. And while you're writing the vision, the best thing for you to do, if you want to accomplish it, is to ensure that you write a plan for whatever it is that you're visualizing, okay? So, how many of you, let me also say, on the Just So You Know moment with a twist, we try to detect and correct. Detect and correct. Hey, Miss Mika Diamond, detect and correct. That's what we do here on the Just So You Know moments with a twist. July, we're still in it, and it's still Minority Mental Health Month. I always tell you, every day I check on my mental health, and every day is a mental health day for me. You should do the same. I want you all to jump on and say, press the like and the love signal and show me some love. Also, let me know whether you did your homework or not. Did you do your homework? If you did, hit like. If you did, hit love. If you just love me, hit love. So how many of y'all listened to my promotional radio interview on yesterday? You girl, the red lips are they winning everything. I know it, they are way out there. Bright, bright, bright. Love it. But anyway, with my radio promotion interview yesterday with KCOH TV, Dethea Aldred and Miss Jerry Beasley. Thank y'all so much. They were very wonderful ladies, very welcoming and interactive to the show, the hour show that we did. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you so much for the invite. So, on the interview, we talked about how to level up your community on Black Wall Street segment. And so I found this to be a great topic because I, for one, want everybody that's connected to me to win. I want us all to be winners. And so, who's in your community, huh? What's your definition of community? Some people think of community as where you live, where you worship, where you go to work, or all of them. Where you live, where you work, where you worship. All of that is your community. I describe my community as the people and the businesses that are connected to me, and that's what my community is made up. It's made up of men, women, all races, everything. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, all of us. If you're connected to me, you are a part of my community, and guess what? I want you to win. So, that's my desire, for my community to win. And so, if you're listening to me, if you listen to the things that I teach you and you apply those things to your life, guess what? You will win. We will all win together. All right? So, as you know, when I began this segment tonight, I was saying that we were on the series Write the Vision and Make It Plain. Write the Vision, Make It Plain was last week, but on the series of Write the Vision. But what I think I'm going to do is just keep riding on out this level up, okay? From my interview yesterday. So how to level up. We're going to continue the series on Write the Vision after we complete this series. So moving on, this week's segment is entitled Level Up, Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. Woo! How about that? How many of you have found yourself operating in a subconscious thought? So you might ask yourself right now, what did she talk about subconscious thought? Subconscious thought is when everything that you do becomes so routine in your life that there's no real effort or orientation. You're just doing it because you're used to doing that. You're simply on autopilot. And we all know what autopilot is. When the pilot that's flying the plane, he decides, well, hey, we're coasting right now. We're in the air. There shouldn't be any problems right now. We don't any foreseen problems. I'm going to take this minute to go to the restroom or either get me something to eat. So he pushed that button and places the plane on autopilot and let it roll on by itself, okay? Our brain, our mind can function in many ways, but it only operates on two modes, subconscious and conscious. Conscious and subconscious. So with conscious is very detailed and aware. It's direct of its direct movement and of its involvement. Conscious thinking is mindful thinking. So once again, two modes that our brain functions on. Conscious and subconscious. Conscious is detailed and you are aware of your direct movement and your involvement. Conscious thinking is mindful thinking. Hey, my cousin Renita, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Subconscious thinking is without any attentiveness, routine, and can be thoughtless as well as dangerous. So you're not attentive of what you're doing. You're not really thinking. You're just moving in routine. So the outcome or the result that you receive from the decisions that you make that are life-altering situations can weigh heavily on the mode that you choose to utilize for your thought. So if you have something going on, whether it's a simple thing or a complex thing, the result that you get from what you're thinking about can depend heavily on the mode that you're thinking. So if you're thinking consciously, you're going to probably get a better result on what you're thinking about or what you're trying to get done. If you're subconsciously thinking about something and you're just moving wearily and no direction at all, then the result of your thought is probably not going to be that great. So you're probably thinking right now, what made me decide to discuss this tonight? I'm going to tell you. The key to level up is to change your mindset. So if you want to level up, you got to change the way that you think. You can master changing your mindset, and you can succeed in anything that you want to do in life if you have the right mindset. And so you're probably thinking, that's what I mean, that I really want you to look through life and see everything with rose-colored glasses. Everybody think that if everything is going well and everything is positive, people are looking through rose-colored glasses. I'm not asking anyone to look at life through rose-colored glasses. I want you to look at life for all the colors and all the beauty that it has to offer. I want you to look at it directly. That's what I want you to do. When you look at the glass, as they say, is it half full or is it half empty? I don't want you to look at it and try to figure out whether this glass is half full or half empty. I want you to apply the knowledge to decide whether you want to take that half empty glass and drink what's in it, or either do you want to go and refill it till it's full and drink the rest of it. That's what I want you to do, okay? I don't want you to be pessimistic or optimistic. I want you to be realistic. I want you to see things for what they are and apply knowledge to them to make them be about the things that you need. That's what I want you to do, okay? So, pessimistic, optimistic. Don't mean a thing. I want you to be realistic. I want you to use the knowledge that you have or the knowledge that you gain to take your situations and use them for the things that you need or to get what you want. That's what I want you to do. We all think differently, and we all get to choose how we think, okay? We all have a choice. 1 Corinthians 6:12 says, I have the right to do anything, you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but I will not be mastered by anything. Hey, Bama, because you have a choice. You're either going to repeat the same type of thinking that you've been doing all this time, or you're going to try to evolve your thinking. However, you have to know, with the choices that you make, there are consequences and repercussions. Everybody can make all of the choices that they want. We have that right. We have the right to choose whatever it is that we want to do. But you have to understand there are consequences and repercussions to the choices that you make. So let me give you an example. Yes, I'm back. Choice. If you continue to do what you've always done, consequences, you will always have what you have. Repercussions. You will find it almost impossible to reach your highest potential. So did y'all understand what I was saying with that? Did you understand the breakdown of choice, consequences, and repercussions? Somebody let me know something here. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Choice. If you continue to do what you've always done, consequence, you will always have what you have. Repercussion. You will find it almost impossible to reach your highest potential. Okay, so let me turn it over to the other side, the contrast of that. Choice. When you open your mind, consequence, you reap the benefits of new opportunities. Repercussions. Open mindfulness. New opportunities produce unlimited growth. So which choice do you want to make? Which choice would you rather have? Would you rather have the one where you continue with the same type of thinking that you've already been thinking and it has led you to nowhere? Or would you rather have the new choice where you can move on to something else? Hey, I'm Reva, how you doing? That's right, for every choice there's a consequence, be it good or bad, and that's what I just said. Consequences and repercussions come with every choice that you make. When we understand this, we can change everything about ourselves, our circumstances, our business, our potential businesses, as well as our finances. If you can understand that you can change things by the way that you think, you can be open to different opportunities, more possibilities. You have to understand that being in conscious thought, it is not something that just happens. This is something that you have to practice. You have to practice being in conscious thought. You can get away with just riding through subconscious thought because there's no direct movement, there's no direct involvement. But with conscious thought, you got to put in some effort for this. This is a learned skill. Okay? If this is what you want, you have to prepare for it. You have to practice your awareness in order to be in conscious thought. I want you to understand that this is a process because your current thoughts have been with you for so long that they're not going to be willing to just easily leave your mind. And you're not going to be so willingly to just let it go. Because this is something that you've been doing for a long time. You have to do a mind detox of all your negative thoughts, your negative connotations, and your negative crutches. And anything that's going to make you feel better when you know that what you're thinking is not right. You know how those comparison things. Well, the only thing is he got this and I got that. Those things right there, that's negative thoughts right there. All of those are negative thoughts. And you need to cancel those things and move into self-awareness. You want to be in conscious thought because conscious thought is going to push you forward. It's going to push you into being the best version of yourself. All right? Subconscious thought is pushing you farther away from being the best version of yourself. A mindset detox will free your mind of the limits that you place on yourself and your growth. It will stop the unfulfilled options that you present to yourself. I mean, you understand what I'm saying about unfulfilled options, limited growth. That's what subconscious thoughts leads to. But when you're dealing with conscious thinking, you put yourself in position for unlimited growth. Let's see what Tarsha is saying. What you think will be what you say, then what you say will be what you do. That is exactly right. I spoke about that a couple of sessions ago about being led. I think the segment was being led by your emotions. Your emotions and feelings eventually become what you do. They dictate the things that you do. And the phrase that I used was, your emotions dictate your emotion. So your emotions dictate your emotion. So the way that you feel about things and the emotions that you have tied to a situation will often cause you to make the decisions that you make. So Tasha, my Air Force buddy, you are correct when you say that. So when you choose to change your mindset, you choose the way that you think. You are more receptive to ideas and different ways of doing things. Opening your mind makes you more receptive to things and how to do other things and how to do things a different way. So much so that when you come in contact with people who have limited ambition and negative thoughts and primitive thoughts, you want to flee their company as quick as possible. Right? You know, once you change your mindset and you realize that you want to move forward and you are going forward and you're going to do better things, you want to get rid of anything that's around you that's going to hold you back. Because once you become free, you want to remain free, right? Tasha said, you are free enough space for new things. Exactly. Sometimes you got to kick that crowd out the way so you can move on to bigger and better things and make space for some people and some ideas that's going to move you forward. 1 Peter 3:15 and 16 says, in our heart, we revere Christ as the Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for your hope that you have. But do it with gentleness and respect, keeping a clear conscience so that those who speak maliciously against your good behavior in Christ may be ashamed of their slander. So, y'all already know what that means, right? You know what that means? What it means is when you find yourself in once loved company that no longer fits your new mindset, don't be mean or ugly towards them. Kindly reject their offer. If they are the ones who want to come forward and they want to move forward and they see the way that you're going and they appreciate it and they want to go too, that's their choice. Welcome them to come on. But if they see you moving forward and then they decide, hey, I don't want no part of that, cut it. Let them go their way and you go yours, okay? Bid your goodbyes and keep moving forward. And after that, if they decide that they want to talk bad about you by saying, she thinks she's better, she's changed, make sure you make them aware that we all should change for the better. So if that's what they're thinking, that's fine. We'll accept that and keep moving on, okay? You will be amazed at all the things that you can do once you become mindful of your thoughts and your state of being. When you're mindful of when you're mindful of your thoughts and your state of being, you are open to new ideas, new opportunities, new potential, unlimited growth. Changing your mindset the way that you think is not easy, and it can be quite intimidating because for so long your subconscious mind has been the one directing you, although it wasn't very interactive, but you became comfortable. You reached a comfort level in doing so. So when you move over to your conscious mind, it's something different. It kind of itch. Got a scratch. And you're like, well, I don't know if I'm ready for this just yet. I don't know if this is where I need to be. But stay in there. Hang on in there. Keep doing the positive things. Keep speaking positivity to yourself. Keep moving forward. And you will start to feel comfortable in it, okay? When you have a subconscious mode mind, doing things routinely and having negative thoughts, you start to accept that you are there because that's where you're supposed to be. The potential that you have is only there, and that's where it should be. But rise above that to conscious thought. So then you will see that your potential is unlimited. Your growth is unlimited. Your thoughts are unlimited. You open your mind to greater things, okay? So while you detox your mind and you start to think about all of these changes, like I said, it can be intimidating. And guess what? You may want to fall back into your old thinking, your old train of thought. And guess what? You end up putting yourself in a worse position. And so you need to try to counteract that negative thought and want to fall back and just keep moving forward. You don't want to start worrying about reasons of why this can't go right or why you can't do this or you can't do that. Those are the thoughts and the action of the subconscious mind. Move to the conscious mind. Don't fret. This is a common feeling while trying to change the narrative of your thinking. It's coming because someone in your lifetime, whether recently or in the past, has trained you to think that way. They have taught you how to place limits on yourself. And trust me, if those folks come back here, like, run like hell to get away from them. Run like hell. It's not your fault. Because you've been in a space where you felt like these were your people and what they're doing is what you were supposed to be doing. Wake up and get up out of there. It's time for you to move forward and get to some unlimited growth and more potential. That's what we want you to do. I want you to know that there is another way to think. Okay? There's a better way to think. It's gonna hurt at first because you're used to your current thinking. But that's okay. You just keep moving forward anyway. And I'm telling you that once you do a mindset detox and change the way that you think, that there will never be another negative thought that runs in your mind. Don't ever think that that's true, because it's not. You're going to still have those occasions where negativity will come into your life. So I'm not telling you that just because you changed your way of thinking and you did a mindset detox, that you're never going to have any negativity there, because it will come. But if you do the mindset detox and you change the way that you think, you'll be able to handle situations a lot better than what you did before. You'll be more equipped to handle things and more equipped to have the knowledge to handle things a lot better, so that they're not so mind tasking and debilitating to you when they come across, okay? Your situations will be better handled and you can reach your goals that you're trying to reach. So when you give yourself permission to think and consider a different approach to handling your circumstances and your mentality, you realize that there is more than one way to a better resolve, right? That's what happens when you have more opportunities and more options. You figure out there's more than one approach to handling things. But if you continue to break out of this process, you will always default back to your negative and limited thinking. We don't want that. Dr. Jessica don't want that for you. She wants you to move forward. Proverbs 3:21-26 says, "My child, do not lose sight of common sense and discernment. Hang on to them, for they will refresh your soul. They are like jewels on a necklace. They keep you safe on your way, and your feet will not stumble." Amen. How about that? Do not allow the same people and thinking, bad thinking, old thinking, stinking thinking to keep you bound in a negative mindset. While you break it away from the old, when it revisits you, ask yourself this: why do I do the things that I do? Why? Why do I do the things that I do? Second question to ask yourself is, how has this train of thinking served me over my lifetime? Just reflect. The current way that you're thinking, has it served you anything better in thinking in that way? And if it hasn't, what do you have to lose in order to try another way of thinking? You have nothing to lose. Try something different. Okay? It's time to break out of that jail cell of living in a prison built by things and people that have no service to your growth. Because if you allow, people will put you in a prison of their opinions. And it's time for you to break out. Break out. Break out of that jail. I have a tip for you though. When you begin developing your mindset, be careful of the exposure from the people towards your growth. So when you're developing your mindset, be careful of the exposure from other people towards your growth. If you are new to this and your confidence has not reached the mature level, early exposure to the wrong people and the wrong ideas and opinions will cause underdevelopment. Nobody wants underdevelopment. Constantly being around the wrong people will cause overexposure to the limited options while you are trying to turn your thumbnail view into a panoramic view. What does that mean? It means that if you don't watch it, if you mess around and be around the wrong people, if you get the wrong group of friends, if you get the wrong advisors, they keep your thoughts like this. Like that. And that's the reason why you have to be careful who you expose your growth in your life to. Because you want people that's going to broaden your view, broaden your exposure, broaden your potential, broaden your growth. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody that's going to help you to grow. Okay? If you have to be around someone, ensure it's someone who understands that early stage mindset preemies need protection. Okay? So when you're in that early stage and you're trying to change your mindset, you can't hang around them same folks that you had your own mindset with, because guess what? They coming with forces and they gonna drag you right on back to what you previously were doing, okay? So you got to change that. So that you can progress through the stages, it needs for you to graduate to a healthy state of mature thinking. That's the only way that you're going to be able to graduate to mature thinking, is getting with the right people and keeping your right mindset. Even if you don't have to be around people, if you can work with yourself and get your mindset going in the right direction, your thinking level will mature. So my advice to you is to practice on staying conscious in your thinking. Stay woke. A different type of woke. Y'all know what stay woke means, but stay woke in your conscious thinking. Be ever present in your everyday occurrences. Be in the moment. Learn to control your state of awareness. Learn to control your thoughts. Whether you know it or not, you, you, you are the master of your thoughts. You can control how you think and how you see things. Well, it's email time. Yay! Yay! So, here we go. Dear Dr. Jackson Dean, just so you know, I love, 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 love what you're doing. Your presence and your teachings are so inspiring. I am a middle school teacher. I teach 8th grade science. Ever since I was a child, I dreamt of being a school teacher. My mother was a school teacher, and 2 of my aunts were school teachers. I have been teaching for 4 years, and to be honest, I'm at my breaking point. Every year is getting harder and harder to stay. I love my job, but I no longer love what I do. I don't like having to take my job home with me. The grading papers and worrying about my students, I don't like it. I definitely don't like the pay. As a teacher, I can tell you that we do not get paid enough to perform the job that we do. To get to the point, I am really ready to quit this job and follow my other dream. I want to own my own business, but I don't know what I should start a business in. Help me. Samantha from Seattle, Washington. Hi, Samantha. Thank you so much for sending in an email to Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. And we'll be more than happy to help you with your situation here. And from what I see, you said that you're a school teacher and you've always dreamt of being a school teacher, but you no longer like it. Hey, my cousin Nita, you no longer like it and you want to do something else with your life besides be a school teacher because you're starting to have to do too much at home. And so you have another dream of opening up your own business, but you just don't know what business it could be. So what I would recommend, first of all, is that for you to be sure that this is what you want, is to leave from being a school teacher. I also want you to really become aware with yourself to figure out, is this really what you dreamed that you always would be and that you really wanted and you loved it? This because you said you love your job, but you don't love what you do. So they're kind of work hand in hand, with school teaching. As for your business, I would recommend that if you're going to start a new business and not do school teaching anymore, that you focus on a business that you're going to apply the knowledge that you have to the new business, such as maybe having a school for tutoring sessions or doing some type of private, I would think tutoring too, testing. You could be a test proctor. People do that as a business. You got ACT, SAT, you got the LSAT, you got GMAT. All of those things have to have a proctor. You can open up your own business for a proctor service. I think Prometric does all of the proctoring service, and I think that you actually can have your own franchise as a Prometric sponsor, Prometric business. And so take that and work with that. But I do recommend that you honestly stay in the educational realm of things with that. You can also open your own charter school where you're actually the one that's running it, but you have other teachers that are doing the teaching, and you have other aides or whatever is helping the teachers out, where you don't really physically have to do any teaching, but you're just really the umbrella over the teachers. So that's an excellent way to do it. I would think that a good time to start doing something would be now during the summertime while you're out. I would assume that you're out for the summer now. try working on doing some tutoring. Start working on try to gain your clientele for your school or your training and things like that. And if you don't like it, it doesn't work out, guess what? You can go back to work being a school teacher in the fall. I would say still go back in the fall. Always keep your constant while you're trying to build your business on the side. Your constant is your job that you're doing now. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a job. You use your job to finance your business until your business is able to finance itself. So, I would even go so far to say is while you at your job, you're going to meet different parents and different students, and you know what the students are struggling with. You say your specialty is science. Science is not an easy topic for everyone. So use that to gather your clientele, right? Talk to some of the parents and let them know what you're able to offer them and start to build your clientele that way. After a while, if you feel like your business is doing well enough that you don't no longer need to work at the school, then quit. But give yourself some time. Thank you once again. So this concludes our episode for this week on Level Up, Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. Please join me every week, including next week, at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live, Periscope, and YouTube for another episode. For more information about Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, the services and books that I offer, visit me online at www.drlashondajacksondean.com. See you next week for Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. Mwah. Bye-bye. See y'all later. Take care.